To remove and install the rear half shaft on your RZR Trail or Trail S, follow these steps. Park the vehicle on a flat level surface and ensure it is in park. Next, remove the center cap from the wheel. Then, remove and discard the cotter pin from the wheel hub castle nut. Continue by loosening the castle nut. Next, loosen the lug nuts while the vehicle is on the ground, but do not remove at this time. Then, safely elevate the vehicle. Reference your owner's manual for proper lifting techniques. Once safely elevated, remove the lug nuts and set aside. Then, remove the wheel and set aside. Next, loosen the pad adjuster screw 2 to 3 times. Then, remove and discard the caliper mounting fasteners. The lower rear caliper fastener will not allow a socket to fit. Use the appropriate box wrench to remove. Continue by carefully removing the caliper from the rear hub and support it with a wire hanger, rope, or retention strap to avoid damaging the brake line. Continue by removing the castle nut. Next, remove the castle nut hub and the washer from the wheel hub. Then, push the half shaft in to separate from the wheel hub, and then pull the hub away to remove. Remove and retain the fastener and washer, and discard the nut retaining the stabilizer bar link to the upper control arm. Then, remove and retain the upper fastener and washer, and discard the nut from the bearing carrier. Continue by pivoting the bearing carrier down while pushing in on the half shaft. Then, with a short, sharp jerk, remove the drive shaft from the rear gear case. Next, clean the anti-seize off the drive shaft splines using a clean, dry cloth. Then, inspect the threads and splines on the half shaft for nicks or burrs and replace if needed. Continue by inspecting the CV boots to ensure there are no cuts, wear, or damage, and replace if needed. Next, remove and discard the compression ring on the drive shaft. Then, install a new compression ring into the groove on the end of the drive shaft, and ensure it is fully seated. Before installing, clean any old anti-seize from the gear case and hub assembly. Then, apply new anti-seize to the splines on the half shaft. Then, align the splines on the half shaft with the gear case, and firmly push in the shaft until the compression ring is fully engaged in the gear case. Next, install the half shaft through the bearing carrier and pivot the carrier up. Then, align the bearing carrier mounting holes with the upper A-arm. Continue by reinstalling the retained upper bearing carrier fastener from the front of the vehicle, and reinstall the retained washer and a new nut. Next, for 50-inch models only, align the stabilizer bar linkage with the mounting holes on the upper A-arm. Then, reinstall the retained fastener from the front of the vehicle, and reinstall the retained washer and a new nut. Continue by torquing the linkage fastener to specification. Then, torque the upper bearing carrier fastener to specification. Next, align the splines on the half shaft with the wheel hub assembly, and press onto the shaft until fully seated. Then, reinstall the retained washer with the domed side out and castle nut. Tighten the castle nut until fully seated. Next, carefully slide the caliper assembly onto the brake disc, ensuring the brake rotor is between the two pads. Then, align the caliper with the mounting holes on the rear hub, and install 2 new caliper fasteners. Continue by torquing the fasteners to specification. Next, tighten the set screw on the back of the caliper, and turn the screw until the pads touch the brake disc. Then, loosen the set screw a half turn to allow the brake disc to move. Before continuing, ensure any items used to secure the brake caliper are removed from the wheel well. Next, reinstall the wheel on the vehicle, and tighten the lug nuts until fully seated. Then, safely lower the vehicle until the tires begin to touch the ground. This will help keep the wheels in place when torquing. Once lowered, torque the lug nuts to specification in a crisscross pattern. Then, torque the castle nut to specification. Continue by inserting a new cotter pin, and bend around the castle nut to secure. If necessary, tighten the castle nut to align the cotter pin holes. Then, push the dust cap onto the wheel and ensure it is fully seated. Finally, lower the vehicle completely. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.